Coming at you from Tokyo, Japan, my name is Dave and this is my Suzuki Every Van. It's an auto and it's slow. I want to make it faster, so in previous episodes I did a big brake upgrade on the front, the impossible high gear diff swap, and prepared this thing for the test drive. The one thing I haven't done is swap out the speed sensor because I want to see the difference and know if it's necessary or not. Now unfortunately the road I did the initial test on has been modified, so I'll be using a bunch of other roads. I'll show you all the results and you can come to your own conclusion. For me, the only thing that really matters is the arse dyno, and to me this feels about the same. So this test is a high gear diff with a stock speed sensor. Oh wow. Okay, so that's a lot faster than 60. This didn't even get to 60, but we're going way faster than 60. I can tell. So it looks like the speedometer is kind of probably accurate up until maybe 30, and then it just turns to shit. And now I'm following some people. Speed limit on this road, not the road I was on before, but this road is 40, and it's reading 30 on the gauge, which means that, yeah, my speedo's 10 kilometers an hour out, at least. That might even ramp up. Brakes work good, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go home and swap speed sensors and then go for another run. This thing stops great. I'm very impressed with how this thing stops. We'll go from 40, I don't know if I'm doing 40 actually. Just brake, here we go. Oh, it locks up, it easily locks up the front. These brakes are more than enough for this car. No need to go bigger, like aftermarket discs or anything like that, because yeah, this'll quite easily lock up the front wheels. And if I want to go bigger brakes on the carry truck, the DA52 will be a better option as well. That is nice to know. You can see the speed sensor there. I've already unplugged it. I can reach it without jacking the car up. I'm just going to spray a whole bunch of parts cleaner on there to make things a little bit nicer to deal with. Jeez, it's dirty. It's a dirty, dirty box. Part of me wants to leave this till tomorrow, but I think that if I just get this done, I can go for another drive, and then tomorrow it's just pull the box out, rather than getting up in the morning, putting this in, then go for a drive, and then wait for it to cool down before I can pull the box out. No, that. This has to happen tonight. So that's still hot. This is the speed sensor from the DA52W Landy. It looks exactly the same as the stock one. This is now cold enough to touch, so let's go in here with our 10mm and get the speed sensor out if we can. Okay, that's not tight, which is good. I'll give this a twist and a wiggle. Okay, and it doesn't want to come out. What a surprise. Oh, the bloody hell, you're supposed to get that out then. There she is. It's not a difficult job, and this would be infinitely easier if I wasn't reaching underneath the car, or it was at standard ride height. Get the new sensor in, plug it in, and it should work. Blows up my ECU. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Is the plug different? Didn't check that before I bolted it in. Well, I hope the pins are in the same location. There's no way for me to know. I'm just gonna have to try it. All right, here we are with our speed sensor corrected. Off we go, flat down. I mean, this isn't that bad, honestly. You could totally drive this as an auto with the high gear. It seems to have the torque to be able to push this. And if you had a K6A, that's got more torque, so you'd probably be even better. 40 on the speedometer is 42. Yeah, this is accurate now. Zero to 60. Yeah, and Google Maps is saying that I'm doing 60. Foot flat. And 60. It stops quick. So I'm really happy with the way this car drives. Even as an auto with the high gear, it seems to work perfectly fine. So I don't know, I'm tempted to leave it, but no, we're going manual. You ever seen these before? This is how you put air in your tires in Japan. This is the old school one. We'll go old school, why not? So you pick it up like this, and then you carry it over. You put this on here, and it tells you what you got. I got 20. I don't know how many I'm supposed to have. So if you want more, you push the plus. If you want less, you push the minus. I smell brakes. So that kind of confirms that the DA52W speed sensor works in this application. So that's great. You can just switch diffs and get the speed sensor and you're good to go. You don't really even need to switch to manual. You could totally drive this around. In fact, I might. I'm going to drive it around for 20 minutes or so and see how it feels. I'll take this thing to a couple of steep hills, I think. I do wonder what it's like on the highway with the high gear, but I'm not going to test that auto. I could, I suppose, but I didn't test the other diff on the highway, so we don't really have anything to compare it to. It was the acceleration I was worried about. It is pretty cool to be driving around in a car that I built, like, really doesn't have any more trouble than it did before. If I'm honest, I reckon. I don't think it's changed at all down low. Runs just fine. These things aren't a weapon anyway. It might not be any faster in a manual. It might be better as an auto. I guess we're going to find out. Yeah, the verdict with this is you can absolutely just do this. It's fine as an auto. The high diff affects the driving, but not enough that you would say, oh, I can't drive it. Yeah, happy with it. One of the raddest things about this car is the sunroof. This thing is just huge. That's a meter. Look what I can see. 7-Eleven. Absolutely rad. Love this car. Needs some subwoofers. That's perfect.